Hey guys, Craig here again. Another update on the M1070. So as you can see, a massive jump forward from where I left you. Basically, I've got it all together now. All the base paint's on. I've done a little bit of weathering on the wheels. And we'll get in there basically. So this is where I'm at with that at the minute. Okay. So as you can see, it's two-toned. It's got the NATO colours on the bonnet, the front, and the chassis all the way through, and it's still been left with the Desert's cab, fenders, winches. On the other side, basically the same script, all the chassis and that's camoed. Same with the fuel tank on this side, and camo bonnet. Okay, so talk you through what I've done already then. Colours I've used for this, for the Desert Camo, I have used Tamiya NATO Green XF67. I've used Tamiya XF68 NATO Brown. And then I've used Tamiya XF69 NATO Black. Okay, so that's the three colours I've used for the camo. For the Desert Cab, I've used the MIG OIF and OEF set. And if you're going to get that separately, it's AK Interactive 122, which is just the base colour for modern US vehicles. Okay, so that's the colours out of the way. On the wheels, as you can see, they're looking rather dirty and minging. What I've used on that, I've used the Humbrol Dust Wash. And all I've basically done, I got the wheel, put it on a plate, tipped that in the plate, rolled the wheel through, and then wiped it off with a cloth. So it gets all the muck and dirt and dust in the wheels, in the tread. I've still got a little bit to do on this yet. Got a little bit of sanding to do to make the tread look warm. On the fifth wheel, I've added grease. That's a mixture of PVA glue. What else did I use? I used Humbrol weathering powder, smoke. Mix that in with the PVA, and then I used 502 Albert Lung Starship Filth. And it leaves that sort of like mucky, greasy effect that you get on the fifth wheels. Got little bits of grease in that here, so as a trailer comes up, the swan neck always generally catches the top before it goes onto the top of the fifth wheel. So that's pretty much where I'm at with this. I've got all the decals and that to put on. Then I can wash it with the OAF set and all that sort of stuff. On the lights up here, come on, zoom in. God, I really need a better camera. On the lights and all the little side lights and all the little reflectors, that's all Tamiya Clear Orange. So that's a Tamiya Clear Orange X26. On the lights at the back, where they're red, I used Tamiya Clear Red X27. Let's see if I can turn this around because I'm one-handed. As you can see on the back, it's got the lights. That's clear. And that's pretty much that. The airbags, I've used Tamiya XF85 black rubber. And I've also used that for all the little airlines coming off and the airlines on top of the airbags. That's all in the same colour. Like there, for example. To do the dirt splashes down the side, all I've done, I dipped my brush into that AK122, put the brush down, splattered it with the airbrush. It gives you that splatter effect going on down the sides, so it looks as though it's been splashing about. Moving around, the mask set's now off. I've used the same Humbrol dust on these windows here, and then on the front, as you can see, I've taken the mask set off. Oh, bit of glare there. And done the same dust wash on the window, so it looks as though the wipers have been going. I've still got the Humbrol mask to come off the lights. The masks that are used for that on the lights is Humbrol Maskell. Pretty good stuff if you just want to mask off little bits of lighting and stuff. So once I take them off of there, they'll be totally clear underneath. Bumpers fitted. You can't really see it, but inside there the horns are red. Had a little bit of an error with the bonnet. It wouldn't shut properly with the cab. For some reason it didn't quite fit. So to get it to fit properly, all I've basically done is underneath where these pins are. Let's try and find it in the instruction manual where that bit goes on. It's somewhere around where the radiator fits. I can't show you because it's glued down, but the part I'm referring to is oh wow, I didn't realise it was that far back. But the part I'm referring to is these G29, C3 and G30. All I've basically done, I've chopped it right up to here. Same on this side, chopped it there. Chopped this bracket out either side of the pin holding the radiator up. And then I've glued it to the top of the bonnet. So that once that comes through, the cab sits nice and flush again. Because the way it was, the bonnet just wasn't shutting properly and it was leaving a massive gap here. So that was the way I got around that to seal the cab up. I've got a couple of parts left to go on. They are painted up, but basically I've got the bow shackles to go on. There's 4 of those still to get on there, and then I've got the wing mirrors and stuff to go on. As you can see, these ones are going to be NATO green, but I've still got those to go on both sides. They were on, but they when I was messing about with it, they come back off, so I thought let's just leave them off until I'm actually done. It will be the last part that goes on. And then the only other bits that are left to go on are these little pieces here, and that's the little rubber straps that go on the side of the bonnet to keep the bonnet closed. Goes in that hole there, and then into that hole there at the cab, and then that holds the bonnet down so it don't open up. So that's where I'm at on the truck at the minute. The other thing I've got left to do, like I said to you, is the decals. That's the decal sheet. As you can see, the ones that are missing are the ones that are in the cab already. But pretty much a lot of these are for the trailer. In fact, majority of that's all for the trailer. There's a couple of little warning plates, and I think that one goes at the bottom of the door here somewhere. Mud flaps are still to go on at the back. Because I didn't have the wheels on until like 10 minutes ago, I couldn't put the rear mud flaps on purely because it wouldn't hold the weight. But something I have noticed in the previous one of the first updates, there's a photo etch part that goes here. Okay, I thought it laid flat, so I've just stuck it down flat. I don't know if that's going to zoom in properly. There you go. This little bracket here at the top, I've glued mine down flat, when in actual fact it's supposed to be raised. It's supposed to be bent out, and the reason for that is on the spring on the mud flaps, if I can find a little bag. I'll just take one spring out at the minute. I know this is a bit shaky today and you're not getting a good look properly, but I'm one-handed. So if you look at the spring for the mud flap, there's like a little pin there, and that little pin, if you've got that bit right at the back here, that little indent that comes out once you've bent it out, that pin on that spring slots into that bracket there. Okay, so I'm going to have to figure out a way I'll probably just glue it flat on to getting that to sit on the back on there somehow. I might even have to drill a little hole in this bracket here and then just slot it in for the rear mud flaps. But that is supposed to clip behind that bracket. Okay, so if you're going to attempt this, remember to bend that out, because this is one of the last stages. You don't want to get to where I'm at to go, oh balls, I've done the same mistake. Okay, so just be cautious of that pin, because on the instructions it actually looks as though it sits flat and it really doesn't. So that's pretty much where I'm at. Painting wise, I painted all the little padlocks brass. That was Vallejo paints, and the colour I used for that was, if I can find it, it was that one, Vallejo 7801 brass. That's what I used for the padlocks. There's only two, there's one there and one there, and that was pretty much that done. All of this on this footwell and on top of here is going to be pigmented in loads of dust and dirt and that, as if someone's been walking in there and it's clogged up. You can see kind of on the back where it's going to sit, where I've put glue down there to give it some sort of base so it don't all fall through the little gaps. Same on the top, on here, it's got the same thing going on. It's not going to zoom in, I hate this camera, there you go. You can see where I've put glue on the top, so I've got a steady base for the pigments to sit so it don't all fall through. And that's it. So the next update on this, hopefully, it'll be weathered up with all the washes. It'll be totally complete. And then it's on with a trailer, which is a complete monster. Looking at the trailer, it's actually looks as though it's got more parts than the bloody truck. But to give you some idea, there's the box with the trailer in it. There's loads of bits still in there, but all of that is the trailer. So I've got a fair bit to do yet before this project's totally finished. There's still loads of brass in there, still loads of pipes. On pipes I've got the air lines to put on here yet, the blue and the red for the trailer. But I'll leave that until the very end, once the trailer's actually ready to go on the back, because they attach around here somewhere, I think, down here, and then up onto the trailer, but I'll cut them to size when I get to that point. The underneath of this, while I'm thinking about it, there's still quite a bit to do. It's just one colour, but I'm hoping the way I'm going to display this, you're not going to see the underneath anyway. And also, if you just notice there, this centre prop shaft, just here, I had a bit of an accident. When I picked it up, I actually snapped the prop shaft. It's no major drama because you're never going to see it anyhow. Because it's going to be displayed sort of there, like that, and then the trailer's going to come off at an angle sort of thing. And it's going to be parked up, and I'll put crap around it. I am actually going to probably put it on a base, in all fairness. Make a little diorama for it. Well, I say little, it's going to be massive, but you know what I mean. So anyway, that's where I'm at, guys. Again, any more comments, questions, or you want to know how I'm doing something, just ask away. And then I'll update you again once I'm a bit further on and I've got the truck finished and I'm ready to start the trailer. So that's me then, guys. Speak to you later. Bye bye for now.